How's it going, everybody? Jacob Rothenberg here, going to deliver to you a quick, very cool lesson on how to do keyword research for audiobooks. Much in demand, it's the current hot topic right now, and it never hurts to have as much information as possible available on how to succeed with publishing for audiobooks in particular. So, let's just get on to it. So what I want you to know and what you need to know about audio overall is that for audio, the most important book categories for nonfiction are going to be more often than not self-help and business. Reason being, if you think about it, for audiobooks, and I'm sure you can probably relate personally too, whether it's with self-help, leadership, emotional intelligence. Now, is this something that if you're a self-developing person, you're probably utilizing time efficiently, you would want to listen to something like that when you're driving on your commute. That's when you have time to really make use of otherwise unproductive time and make it productive, or you're maybe on a treadmill in the gym. A lot of people who listen to audiobooks for self-help would want, more likely than not, to digest the content via audio. So that really converts well for audiobook sales, and that it's just proven. It's not my opinion, just the way that consumers have shown to digest information for self-help audiobooks. And in conjunction with that, business too. So whether it's Forex or mutual funds, index funds, cryptocurrency, a lot of people who are also, again, really trying to maximize productivity prefer to use audiobooks as a form of media. And let's face it, people, paperbacks will always be popular. Hell, even ebooks are always going to be super popular. But now people want to have information disseminated to them through audio, through the words that you can hear instead of the words that you can read. And that's how it is now. Everything's switching over to audiobooks. So with that, it's really seen as the new frontier. Gary Vaynerchuk predicts that I think by the year 2020, this is what he claims, that 70% of what we do with technology will be activated with voice. I don't know if that was exactly what he said, but meaning to say, and he's usually right about a lot of emerging trends, that using audio is a new frontier. And with that, the use of audiobooks as a medium for, just sending and transmitting information, and for, a medium for, what we consider as content that we would otherwise read, we now want to listen to it in the form of audio. So that's why it's seen as the new frontier, the wild, wild west when it comes to publishers. And with that, there's just so much potential, lots of potential for anyone to get into as a self-publisher on Amazon and make money thereafter, starting audiobooks on Amazon. So from what I've seen personally, and I'm scaling up to, the quickest way I've seen someone scale up from 0 to 2,000, other than a one-hit pony book or one of those books where you get lucky, is building a collection of audiobooks for sale. If once you build a solid catalog for audiobooks, you can scale really well. And what I like too is that it's really consistent overall with sales. With audio, it can still happen to a degree, but you're not going to have one month where you just go super crazy and then the next month go down near zero in sales. I've seen that with ebook and I've seen that with paperback, but with audio, and there's always going to be exceptions to the rule, but they seem to be more consistent with sales month to month than what I've seen prior with other forms like ebook and paperback. So it's reliable. I would consider it to be a reliable, probably the most reliable source of income that you can make from self-publishing. And while more people are getting into it, it's relatively, right now, as of October 2018, relatively, there's even no watch here. It's still relatively unsaturated. So, people are now starting to get into it, But that said, it's still much less so than paperbacks or ebooks with this degree of saturation we have with self-publishers and big box authors alike. So, if you really want to make your first $1,000 online, if you really want to make your first $2,000 a month online, if you want to be able to pay your rent, your mortgage, your car insurance, your bills, your debts, you got to utilize audiobooks. You got to publish those audiobooks along with those ebooks and paperbacks you're producing. Otherwise, you're totally missing out. So, what is really cool too about keyword research for audio, I find it to be relatively simple overall. It's probably the most simple form of research for keywords that I can find for like the criteria you would use when compared to ebook or paperback. It is almost too simple right now. And as things go on and as time changes, things will probably get more sophisticated. But since this is like, again, the new frontier, right now it's pretty easy to find a profitable keyword. Like, you should be able to find them on your own, honestly. That's my opinion. It's not that hard, but what I look at basically, if you're brand new to publishing, I'll just tell you what I do because it's nothing proprietary. Like, everyone is doing this and it is just so simple. I would be doing you a disservice if I didn't tell you what I was doing. All you do is think and pick a popular keyword and filter the search once you've put it into Amazon by displaying the Audible audiobook only. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. So once you type in a keyword that's popular, you'll see a ton of results for paperback and ebook. What I want you to do is on the left side of the screen, filter by Audible audiobook only, and you'll see much fewer results for audiobooks only for a keyword than you would for paperback or ebook. And let me show you exactly what I mean. So for this slide, I took the search of cryptocurrency books as a search on Amazon. And if you just hang with me here, just pay attention here. See how it says here there's over 2,000 results for cryptocurrency books? That's a lot of competition you got to go up against, right? So again, this is for all mediums of books, paperback, ebook, and even audiobook. So once you have a search term put into Amazon, again, what I want you to do is refine your search. I want you to click on Audible audiobook, and this will filter all of your results to show only products that have Audible audiobooks available. And again, remember how here we have over 2,000 results? If we were to filter down, we now have only 348 results for cryptocurrency books that have Audible audiobooks. And then from there, you can do your assessment of the keyword in terms of like sales and competition. And from there, it's much easier to figure out, do I want to publish for this or not? So again, okay, past this point of filtering down, you still got to do your homework with traditional form, the traditional form and procedure with keyword research, with assessing competition. Can you be visible for a keyword? You cannot use advertising by Amazon to cut ahead to the first product page for a keyword. So you have to rank organically on Amazon. So that's not an option. So you really even more so have to decide, can I realistically compete in a given keyword that I'm looking at for audio? Now for cryptocurrency, I'll just tell you now, in case you're thinking, oh, hey, Jacob was searching for crypto. Must be still good. I have crypto audiobooks. Once upon a time, they did really well. And let me just tell you firsthand, it's not doing well right now in 2018, at least for me. Maybe you can be the exception, but crypto right now is just not popping like it used to. And I think everyone who was into crypto already bought my audiobook, to be honest. So I'm probably not going to see many sales, and it's really competitive right now overall. So that was just to give you just an example of how to do your initial keyword research. Play around with other terms that you have in mind. It can be literally anything. So come up with especially anything related to self-help, business, finance. See what you can think up of, and just play around on the search results engine. It doesn't you do any harm, and there's no risk to it. So one thing that's also really important, and I think a lot of publishers overlook this, and if you're new, this is probably new to you, so pay attention. Audible.com. Okay? Most audiobooks are not sold on Amazon.com. Some are, of course, some are. But believe it or not, most audiobooks are actually sold through Audible.com, which is a subsidiary of Amazon.com, which is dedicated exclusively for the sale of audiobooks. And there's even a program where if you sign up, you can buy your first audiobook for free. And with that credit, they would likely be willing to spend it on an audiobook that's high ticket. Just giving you a hint there. Read between the lines and how you should strategize your audiobook. Okay? So that's a hidden tip right there. But for Audible.com, it has a completely different algorithm from Amazon. From what I can tell so far, like I'm not going to pretend that I know the algorithm. No one does. What I can tell so far is that sales are still the number one influencer with positioning for the search engine on Audible.com. Sales, well, okay, first, relevancy. You need to have the exact keyword or keywords in your subtitle, title, or author name. So if you're doing cryptocurrency, you can't say crypto. You need to type out your title as the cryptocurrency book, not the crypto book. Because if someone is looking for cryptocurrency, they will not find your book. So relevancy, title, that's number one. Number two then would be sales. How strong are your sales? People want to buy a book that is high quality, that's vetted by customers, and Amazon wants to make money. They're going to sell a book that sells. Number three, this plays a less of a degree, but I'm sure it plays right now, as of October 2018, still a strong role, is reviews. Not that you need to have like a 500 reviews for an audiobook, but hey, again, just like what I've said with prior videos, what you can do is and this is completely allowed, you ask ACX support for the, like promo codes for your book, for your audiobook. You're given then 25 codes that you can give to literally friends, family, or anybody, and they can review your book using those free promo codes. Read between the lines on that one too. But yeah, you absolutely should use and utilize that for reviews, and it is completely allowed and completely ethical to use friends and family for reviews for your audiobook. So you got to do that. Then number four, can't be proven. This is my opinion, but this cannot be proven, so don't take my word on it. Duration, audiobook duration. But I can't prove that, so maybe I should not have even mentioned it. But regardless, I think overall, I'm just going to go on a tangent here. For audiobook strategy, the longer the book, the better, because you're going to make more per royalty on the audiobook. So try to shoot for at least 3 hours, and that'll give you, from what I remember, I think a $6 royalty per sale if you don't do the 50-50 split. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. But that works well, and I have a book that has 9.5 hours of content, and it does pretty well. So, yes, duration is key. And because the search engine is different, and it doesn't link up with either ebooks or paperbacks, I don't use it so much for keyword research. What I use the Audible engine for is actually to assess existing competition for a given keyword. So what I do, and I do this with in any medium, but especially for audiobooks now, I go on audible.com. Let's say I go to cryptocurrency. Okay, then I'll look at the books and see if I can compete, and if so, what can I improve on, or what factors should I look at to decide, okay, I can strategize and formulate a book that has this, that has this, and that has this, that these books don't. And then I'll execute. But to give you those actual factors to look at, you want to look at the audio duration of existing books and a keyword. Are the keywords that you're looking at only featuring audiobooks that are only an hour long, an hour and a half long? Does it leave much more to a customer to want extra information on? Is it like people are still publishing short books you can take advantage of by simply publishing a longer book? Simple. Number two, the number of reviews gathered. Not as important, but hey, reviews are like social proof, right? So if you see audiobooks with 0 reviews or very few reviews, take advantage of it. Use those promo codes. Doesn't hurt you. Okay? Get your books reviewed. It's, again, perfectly allowed by the Audible program. So I am absolutely shameless in advocating that you get your books reviewed for ACX. Use those codes. And number 3, overall quality. Again, it's not like you're going to actually buy these audiobooks and like listen to like, oh, this book sucks, or oh, this book was decent, I guess I won't compete. No. Look at the cover, look at the description, look at the reviews, try to, segregate the promo reviews from the real or 1-star reviews and see what the 1-star reviews say. See if there's something you can exploit, like, hey, there wasn't enough content or this, or hey, this book was advertised to be something, but it only featured this, and see what you can spin around that, and be creative and come up with a book that has what customers are looking for and is of superior quality, and that's how you'll make money. So guys, that's all I have to say for now on audiobooks. I will say for audiobooks, one critique of it, because I think it gets a lot of hype. As much opportunity as it is, I'll be honest, it takes a while to get an audiobook done from A to Z in terms of, okay, ordering the manuscript and then getting it uploaded onto ACX, getting the production done and having it all reviewed, and then having it approved and then getting the reviews done. Like, okay, that can take easily a month. But if you're just patient and let the momentum roll, because this is not get rich quick. It's more like you're going to get rich, but it's kind of slow. So just hang in there, go through the process, build your catalog now of audiobooks, and you will do well on Amazon self-publishing. So that's it, guys. If you like my content, be sure to hit subscribe, like, leave a comment. I love answering questions, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.